Hello Sagittarius, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And a Princess of Swords. Okay, we'll take it. This is a card that talks about us learning new things. Being open to trying new skills, like learning, new subjects, new skills, new sports, maybe a martial art, learning new technical things, really being open. And I think you're that kind of person that is really looking to learn things, that really has this curiosity or this natural interest in things. You want to learn how to do things. When you take your car to the mechanic, you don't just go sit somewhere and play on your phone. You want to kind of watch and see what they're doing and what is that part right there and what are they doing with that thing? And, you have this natural interest, I think, in always absorbing information and learning new things. And I think this is a quality that you need to really kind of activate right now in your life. Let's put that into some context and let's see where it's going to be most useful. Yeah, we're going to put some other cards around here. We've got an 8 of Cups, more air energy with a Prince of Swords. Now we've got a Queen of Wands, and more air, and all this air energy going up here. We got 4 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, 10 of Swords, and 4 of Wands. A lot of air energy here. So I think really what's going on is that we're looking for new things. We want change. We want to get out of these old cycles, these old patterns, these old habits of thought. It's kind of like with the 8 of Swords up here. If you're not learning new things and you're just kind of reinforcing all the old stuff that you've already learned, and it's just kind of like we're pacing a circle on the carpet. And the more times we go around and around and around the same path, the same circle, it just gets deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's harder to get out of that. So it's almost like if we stop learning, it's going to be even harder to learn. The longer we are kind of out of the habit of acquiring new skills and challenging ourselves, mentally, I think, in a lot of ways, there's a lot of air energy. It gets more and more difficult for us to learn new things. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, it's because it's become an old dog. We don't want to become old dogs, right? So we try to keep our mind as youthful and as curious and as hungry as it's ever been. So we're always, I think, and really I think this is the quality that you're really focused on right now, is trying to learn new things, trying to push yourself to maybe it's learning languages, maybe it's learning computer programming or just studying mathematics. I kind of feel like you're the person that does that. You're the person that's probably trying to just do a bunch of math for no reason, and other people are like, what are you doing? But it's a way of this kind of mental stimulation. It's a way of expanding our mind. And even if it's not the math itself that's important, it's the effort of trying something that's challenging. Okay, it's that skill that's going to be useful in every area of your life, especially as we get older. Let's select the mystery card before we go too far into any of this. This is the factor, infinite and unknown. This is the confirmation card. It's a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. It's going to tie everything together at the end. We're going to put Mr. Ed right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together. Okay. If at any point during this program you feel like you might know what that card is, go ahead and put a prediction down in the comments. Let's do it together, right? Let's make it a group exercise. Let's challenge ourselves this way, you know. Let's always be doing that difficult thing, always looking to kind of push ourselves and take the difficult path. You know, you have two ways you can go. You can try to fix it yourself, or you can just call somebody. Well, let's try to fix it ourselves first, you know. Let's research it. Let's try to learn how to do it. See if we can do it. If not, we can call somebody, you know. What I'm noticing here is that we don't have any major arcana energies, right? So I kind of, I'm curious about that. I don't think that Spirit has abandoned you. I don't think that you are, I don't think that you're out of touch with your divine energy. I don't think that you're out of touch with your spiritual practices. I just feel as if that's not the emphasis right now. The emphasis seems to be on you utilizing your mind in a way that I think is stimulating. Because here's that Eight of Cups, right? And this is really the one card that feels out of place here. Because we have, well, we've got fire, fire, fire. We've got some air, 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 and air. We've got some earth, and we've got the water. The water's out of place, right? It's kind of what doesn't belong in this series of cards. And so I think that there is, we're getting dissatisfied with that groove that we've been tracing on the carpet, you know? This is, it's not fun anymore. It's not challenging. It's not stimulating. We're not feeling challenged by anything. And so it's kind of just this swamp, and then we're just kind of sinking. The longer we stay here, the more glued we feel to this place we're in, right? Emotionally, spiritually, maybe. And so we're looking to really start some new stuff. We're really doing, I think this is really going to be, you know, this is going to be a really fun time of exploration for you. I feel like you've got that curiosity, that the childlike curiosity that just wants to learn new things. I've got a 4-year-old daughter. Well, she's going to be 4 in a couple of weeks. We're actually having her birthday party this weekend. So Saturday and Sunday, there will be no individual readings, but Friday there will be an all signs reading coming out, and that'll be for the whole weekend. All right. Anyway, my daughter's 4, and everything that I do, every project, every chore that I'm involved with, everything I'm doing, doesn't matter what it is, she wants to know, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? Can I help? Can I do something? Can I pour? Can I hold it? Can I screw the screw in? She wants to know. She wants to figure it out, right? And she wants to learn, even if she's not good at it. She's just, she's learning how to screw with a screwdriver, and she wants to figure things out. She has that curiosity, wants to know how things work, wants to challenge. It's just kind of it's that natural curiosity. I think we all have that. I think the older we get, we lose it a little bit. We become old dogs, and we have the same spot in the carpet that we like to lay down. We're not really, it's not easy for us to do new things. Well, that's why we have to keep ourselves sharp. We've got to always be looking for something to challenge ourselves with, even if it's crossword puzzles or Sudoku or, word puzzles or whatever, like math, go study some calculus or something and just do some math problems here and there. Anything to make us figure things out. Yeah. And so I feel like this is really an intellectual thing, but I feel like there's definitely some kind of physical things to go along with it for you. Because I feel like life right now is just, maybe it's just gotten so it's good, right? Maybe life is just fine, but it's just it's become like that old dog on the carpet just likes to sleep in the same place. It's like, I want something new. I want some sparks. I want something good. The Queen of Wands here in this past position is, in some ways, this is that excitement, that confidence. This is that zest that I used to have for life. Back when I was, back in my day or whatever, when we were just learning how to do things, everything was fun. Everything was stimulating. Everything was a novelty. right? Everything was a challenge, and I loved a challenge, and I couldn't wait to prove myself, and I couldn't wait to learn this new skill, sport, martial art, or math, or whatever it is. And it's really, it brings us a sense of confidence, but it makes us feel alive, when we are challenged by something. I think we want to get back to this. Now, I don't know how old you are. Maybe you're retired. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're in your 20s or you're whatever. It doesn't matter. That's not the point here, The point is we want to get back to this, or we want to maintain this. And I think right now we feel like that old dog who's found that spot on the carpet, and that's just where I like to be, right? So the Eight of Cups is us. This is us realizing that, I really I don't want to just stay in the same routine anymore. Like maybe life is really good, but it doesn't have that stimulation that it used to. We need that novelty. We need that challenge. We need something to figure out. We need something to take apart and fix. We need something to do, Like I said, the Eight of Swords is that rut that we get into. It's just kind of, it's that circle, it's an eight. It's just kind of, it's a figure eight, right? It just loops back in on itself. And it's just the same groove, and it always kind of takes us back to the same feeling. So we're looking for something else. I think this is going to be a period of time, let's say a year, right? I think this is going to be the best year of your life, because I feel like you're going to be trying so many new things. You're going to be looking, it's like we're just looking around at something that we've never done before, something to be curious about, something to learn, a new skill, a new, a sport, martial art, whatever it is, a new hobby, a new technical skill, learning to play a new instrument, or learning a new song on the old instrument, right? Or anything like this that takes us out of this groove. See, this is an eight, and this is an eight, and we don't want to stay in this groove. This is the same thoughts, the same behaviors, the same feelings, right? So we got to get out of that. And I think that's what you're kind of being motivated to do. That's the kind of energy that you have right now, especially with the Two of Pentacles. It says you're ready for change, right? You're ready for change. Down here, we've got the Prince of Swords, double air, right? Air on air. This is, sometimes this is us being on the fence. And when we talk about all this air energy, sometimes we have a problem deciding what to do. Sometimes maybe we think, well, I should study a new language. And then we think, well, why do I care about learning Klingon, right? Where am I going to use that, right? And so we start thinking of something. Well, maybe I'll just kind of, I'll do math. I'll start learning, the math, and I'll try to, to push myself in that direction. But then it's like, well, how's that really going to be useful to me? Maybe I don't need that. And so maybe we'll go to a musical instrument and we'll say, well, I really don't like the guitar anymore. Maybe I should play drums. And before we know it, it's bedtime, So we have to realize that it doesn't so much matter what we're doing, but the fact that it's something new and challenging, something that makes us think, right? And it could literally be anything. Maybe you're going to study politics. Maybe you're going to study finances. Maybe you're going to figure out how computers work. I don't know. Maybe you're going to, I don't know. Maybe you're going to work on some inventions and things like this. The point is that we start doing it. So we get trapped in this air energy. And Sagittarius, you're a very thoughtful person, Sagittarius. You have a very rich internal dialogue. Okay? And that's a nice way of saying you're an overthinker sometimes. Sometimes we need to just put it into action. Here's that Four of Pentacles in the future position. Sometimes we just need to get something going, right? And we need to step outside the box. See, we have 8 and 8. We've got 4 and 4. And the 2 here is kind of the factor, right? So we're kind of dividing by 2 here, or multiplying by 2. It's interesting, the connection with the numbers here. But I think the 4 of Pentacles is showing that we kind of have to get outside of, we've got to go outside the house. We've got to go outside what is comfortable for us, because again, this is kind of like that groove that we're in. These are the 4 walls. This is the box, and sometimes we have to look outside of our kind of comfort zone, right? We're kind of looking in the same places that we usually look, well, let's look somewhere else. Let's do something really far out, you know. We have to get out of our comfort zone to find something that's really, truly stimulating and something that's truly novel for you. Otherwise, it's going to be the same old, right? We're looking for something new to play with in the same old box of toys, right? Maybe we'll find something that we haven't played with in a while, and it'll be fun. But then it's also, it's kind of the same old thing again, right? So we're ready for a real change. We're ready for something that really takes us outside of ourselves. And I feel like this is the year, like the next few months, let's say the next 12 months, is really going to be a time of exploration for you. We've got the Two of Pentacles here. We're going to move over to the Path of the Serpent. As we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. Doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. I do read all the comments. I know I haven't been that great about replying or responding to the comments. I do read all of them, and I really do appreciate them. It's really my favorite part of all of this is hearing from all of you, and I'll try to do better about recognizing, the comments that you do leave. The Two of Pentacles that we have down here, we are ready for change. I think that you're the kind of person that you thrive on the novelty. You thrive on things being different. This is, interesting that this is kind of that figure 8 again, right? It's kind of everything looping back in on itself. But we can also look at this as a wave, right? And we like the motion. We like the way. We like the roller coaster that has twists and turns and loops and all this stuff. Can you imagine how boring a roller coaster would be if it was just straight and slow? Right? I mean, that's not what a roller coaster is. It's got twists and turns. It goes all around. That's the exciting part. That's what keeps us, that's why you get off of a roller coaster and you're huffing and puffing and you're tired and you feel like you just had a workout, right? Because you're bracing yourself, you're pushing against the force of the momentum and the gravity and everything, and you're wrestling with the thing rather than just sitting there like an old dog on the carpet and nothing's changing, nothing's going on, nothing is different day to day, right? So I think you're somebody that really does thrive on the change, on the breaking of habits and the breaking of routines. Yeah. And I think this is really going to be a wonderful opportunity for growth, and also Six of Wands, and also an opportunity for you, several things. For you, one, to gain some self-knowledge, right? To gain a little bit more insight, a little bit more gnosis, right? About yourself and your relationship with the divine energy and with your own divine light. It's also an opportunity for you to build bonds with people, because this is a card of teamwork. This is a card of you really getting good at something, and maybe it's getting good at being part of a team. I sometimes see Sagittarius as being rather a bit of a solo arrow, kind of a lone wolf kind of energy. But I feel like this is really you developing more teamwork skills, right? Really appreciating the value of teamwork. And also that the real triumph here is not you becoming the best at something. It's not you learning a sport and then winning, beating everybody else, beating everybody else and winning, excuse me. It's not about you being the top dog, right? It's just about you kind of running with the pack and being out there and being active, and trying those new things that maybe you're not going to be that good at them, right? And that's okay. That's not where the real value is. Okay. The Ten of Swords in the position of what we don't want. It's the obstacle more than anything, and it's hard for us to break routines. But I think that's a really big part of it, especially when we got that Four of Pentacles here, which is kind of that card of routines. And maybe we think we're doing something out of the ordinary, but again, we're looking in the same old box of toys for something new to play with. Right? We think we're doing something new. We think we're getting out of our routine, but really we're still inside these walls. So it really is a profound realization when you discover how how we are kind of as human beings. We're existing as routines within routines within routines. We are programs inside of programs inside of programs. So doing something that really takes you outside of your kind of usual routine, and then seeing how far we can extend that. I like to say that the Ten of Swords is the bird cage, right? And we realize, I'm in a bird cage. I'm in a cage. My wings are clipped. I'm not able to really fly, you know. So we get out of the bird cage, and then we're flying around. We think we're free. Then what do we come up against? More bars, right? So we get out of those bars, and we're flying around even higher, even more widespread out in the open. Our wings are stretched. We think we're free. What do we see? More bars in front of us. It's a cage within a cage within a cage within a cage. So we kind of, this is how we perceive ourselves as just kind of almost a cluster of routines, a cluster of programs, you know. And it's part of this work for you right now, I think, to see how far out we can get. And there will always be another set of bars, always. Okay, so don't worry about the bars. Just try to see them. And then let's try to work past those. And maybe we only get one stage out, and that's fine. But at least we're out of the kind of main, you know, we're out of the living room. We're out of that spot where the lazy dog's lying on the floor, you know. And we're up and we're out of that routine. The Four of Wands is very interesting too, because it kind of is reiterating this whole thing, because it's got the idea of the four with the routines, right? But this is kind of like the fire. It's almost like we are creating new routines. There's always going to be bars. There's always going to be routines. There's always going to be programs. Maybe the Four of Wands is us kind of making new ones, making them more consciously, more intentionally. You know, like for me, this is going to be maybe getting into a routine of going for a walk every evening. You know, and I know I say that a lot, but that's a routine that I'd like to establish, and that is some sort of novelty and some sort of stimulation for me. Maybe this is also a routine of, you know, of reading, of maybe every week or every month, starting a new book on a subject that I'm not familiar with. You know, maybe it's doing the math problems every once in a while. But it's something that we establish as a habit, and then we realize that it's becoming a habit, it's becoming a routine, and maybe we have to transcend those again, because then we're right back to being that old dog on the carpet. We're right back to being inside that circle, you know, that routine. And so it's a constant effort that we have to continually seek out novelty. Otherwise, we're going to end up in the same place again. And I think that's really it. That we are going to recognize the bars. Eventually, we'll see the bars again, and we think, oh, it's time for me to, you know, get out of these bars. And then we're free, and then we can stretch our wings for a while, and things will be fine until eventually we'll see some new bars. And that's it. That's just the work, over and over and over again, right? So it all does really loop back in on itself. But this is a way of that kind of soulful stimulation, that spiritual stimulation, you know. Let's look at the mystery card. What could this be? I would like to see the Art or Temperance card, your power card, but I'd also like to see some better water energy. I don't like the Eight of Cups so much. I'd like to see a Nine of Cups, showing that this is the process whereby we continually like surprise ourselves, and we grow, and we're having fun, and we like this process. If you have a prediction for this card, put it down in the comments. The King of Pentacles, fixed earth energy. This is somebody, this is literally the old dog on the carpet. This is literally somebody that is so stuck in their life that they don't realize that life is passing them by. See this card? They're sitting on that throne for so long that the world is going on without them, that the flora has grown over them, has overtaken them, that nature continues on, life continues on, but they're fixed, they're stuck in their spot, right? This is that old dog sleeping on the carpet, and their family packs up and moves away, a new family moves in, the house gets torn down, gets rebuilt, new families come in and out, and that dog's still sitting there on the carpet. Hasn't moved, hasn't even woken up, still snoring. That's what this card is. We're so fixed in our routines that we're missing out on so much because we're stuck inside of this box thinking that's life. So I think this is a real confirmation for you. It really does solidify this energy here. All right. We're going to do an extended reading too. If you want to stick around, there is a link up in the corner. There's one down below. New readings for Sagittarius, usually Wednesday and Sundays. This is a bonus reading. Again, there's going to be no readings on Saturday and Sunday, but there is going to be an all signs on Friday that will cover the entire weekend. We'll be back on Monday with our regular schedule. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.